Good morning. Today we are going to start the next chapter of your syllabus, that is United Nation and its agencies. Actually the 13th chapter is United Nation and the next chapter, that is 14, its agencies. So together we will cover this chapter in this video. Clear? So first I will tell you about the United Nation. United Nations, as you know that after the bitter experiences of the two world war, what happened after the two world war, it was a necessity of that time that to establish one powerful organization which would maintain peace among the international level, among the nations. Clear? So because of that reason, only one more powerful than the League of Nations, as you know that after the First World War, League of Nations was established for to maintain peace, but it was failed. So one more powerful organization then the League of Nations was established on 24th October 1945. So during that time, US President Roosevelt and the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, they realized the potential danger of the war for the humanity. So because of that reason, only that necessity, their efforts came into force on 24th October 1945, and the new organization, the name of that organization, that is United Nation was established. Clear? So next we will learn about the objective. What are the main objective of the UNO? So the first main objective of the UNO is to maintain international peace. So that is the prior objective of the United Nations, to maintain international peace among the nation members, those who are the member of the United Nations, to maintain peace among them, so that the act of aggression will be reduced. Then next, to develop friendly relation among nations. That is the next main objective of the United Nations, to develop friendly relation among its nation members. Next, to achieve international cooperation. So that is the main that also is the main objective of the United Nations, to achieve international cooperation in solving international disputes on the ground of economic, social and cultural problems. So that is the main objective of the UNO. So further, three more new objectives set by the UNO, that is disarm, discolonize and develop. Disarm means no one any other member of United Nations, they were not allowed to hold armament. Discolonize, they were not allowed to to make colonies. Then develop, that is the main new objective set by the United Nations in their objectives list. Clear? Next we will learn about the organs. To fulfillment of that objective which is discussed by us, for the achievement of that objective, principal organs of United Nations were there. So total 6 organs were there. One is General Assembly, next is Security Council, then Economic and Social Council, then International Court of Justice, the Secretariat and the Trusteeship Council. So total 6 principal organs are there. Clear? So these organs principal organs, they perform their function for the fulfillment of the objective which was set by the United Nations. So first we will learn about the General Assembly. Clear? So General Assembly is the main deliberative organ of the United Nations. All the member of the United Nations are the member of the General Assembly. Clear? So the regular session of the General Assembly begin each year on the third Tuesday in September and continue usually until the third week of December. Clear? So this session was conducted every year, and number of functions performed by the General Assembly for the fulfillment of the objective. So that we will discuss. At least 2 you have to attempt in the exam, that which functions performed by the principal organ of General Assembly. So under the charter, the powers and function of the General Assembly include the following. Like first one is to discuss any questions related to international peace and security. Means if it is a question of international peace among the member nation, the General Assembly discuss any question. Then second is to make recommendation for peaceful settlement. That is also one of the power of General Assembly. Next, to receive and consider report from the Security Council and other organ of the United Nations. So General Assembly is one who coordinate the functionings of other organ also. Then to consider and approve the budget of the United Nations also approved and considered by General Assembly. Next, to elect the non-permanent member of the Security Council. That members also select by the General Assembly on the suggestion of a Security Council. So number of functions performed by General Assembly for the fulfillment of a objective which was set by the United Nations. Clear? So any two you can learn or any three you can learn. Then next main organ of the United Nations, the name of that organ is Security Council. So Security Council is the executive body of the United Nations. It is one of the executive body. It has a primary responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security. So the fulfillment of that I will discuss about the composition of Security Council. So Security Council has consists 15 members. So out of 15 members, 5 members are permanent and 10 are non-permanent. So 5 permanent members. Which 5 permanent members were there? One is China, another one is France, then Russia, then Britain, and the last one is United Nations. So these 5 permanent members are there in the Security Council, and rest 10 are non-permanent members. So these 5 permanent members can use the veto power. That is a special power which can be used by the 5 permanent member. So the negative vote of the permanent member is known as veto power. So usually that used by the 5 permanent member. Now the examiner can ask about the functions. Which functions performed by the Security Council? So many functions are there. Out of that you have to learn 4 or 5 functions. So we will discuss about the function also. The first important function of the Security Council is that it maintain international peace and security. The main function of the Security Council to maintain international peace among the member nations. Next function is to settle dispute among the member nations. Then to investigate the dispute or situation which might lead to the international friction, that is also one of the function. Then to recommend methods of adjusting such disputes or term of settlement. Then to make military action against any aggression. If any member of the United Nations put aggressive acts, then that is a power of the Security Council to take military action against that particular country. To recommend the admission of a new member. So all these functions performed by the Security Council, that is the next main organ. Next is International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. It is a principal judicial organ, and its seat is at Hague, Netherlands. Clear? So the court has a dual role. One, to settle in accordance with international law and the legal dispute, and another one is to give advisory opinion. Means it settle legal dispute also, as well as it give advice. Advice or opinion it can give to the other organ members. So that is the main dual role of the International Court of Justice. It composed 15 judges elected to 9 years of term. So total how many judges are there in the International Court of Justice? It consists 15 judges for the time period of 9 years. Clear? And it may not include more than one judge from any nationality. Now next we will learn about the function, which functions performed by the International Court of Justice. Clear? So under the powers and the functions of the International Court of Justice, it has voluntary jurisdiction, compulsory jurisdiction, and advisory jurisdiction. So first we will talk about the voluntary jurisdiction. So the court is competent to entertain disputes of all the states. Clear? So disputes among any nation if arise, then to solve out that dispute is the prior power of the International Court of Justice. That is the main function. Next, compulsory function. Under the compulsory function, we can say that the Court of Justice, the International Court of Justice, that if any treaties, after treaty, if any disputes arise among the nation, the court of justice solve that one. Then next is disputes pertaining to interpretation of the law. ठीक है, related to that, if international, the question of international law is there, so that disputes if arise, the international court of justice solve that one. Then if any if any dispute among the international level arise, the court of justice is to settle that disputes. Then next is codification of international law, that is also main power of the international court of justice. Then the court has played a significant role in the codification of international law. Clear? So it examines international convention, international customs, judicial decision and general principles of law in the process of codification. Clear? So mainly in this here we will learn about the three main organs of the United Nations. Now next our next chapter, that is the major agencies of the United Nations, that is the chapter number 14. So in that we will also learn about that major agencies. So number of agencies established by the United Nations. The UN has several agencies, a specialized agency through which it operates. So these work for the social and economic development of the developing country. That agencies was established. So among that, the first is UNICEF. Clear? So the United Nations International Children Emergency Fund. UNICEF, United Nations International Children Emergency Fund. So the examiner can ask the full form to expand the UNICEF. So try to learn the name. First you have to preference try to give to the full forms of all agencies. Clear? So number of agencies are there like UNICEF, UNESCO, WHO. Try to learn the full forms of each agency. It come in expanding form. Clear? Next, I will tell you about the UNICEF, that this UNICEF name was given by the UN. When it was established, this agency was created, then UNICEF, that name was given by the UN General Assembly during its first session in 1946. But after that, it renamed it. So, its names were changed to United Nations Children's Fund. Now, its name is United Nations Children's Funds. Clear? Now next we will learn about its headquarter, where its headquarter is there in New York. Clear? Now examiner can ask about the function also. Write any two functions of UNICEF. So under the UNICEF, the main objective of the UNICEF is to look after the children's welfare, especially in developing country. So the main purpose, the main motive of the UNICEF is to provide people with low cost community based services in maternal as well as in child health, nutrition and immunization. So that is the main objective. So for the fulfillment of that main objective, number of works done by the UNICEF. So we will learn about the function also. So first function is UNICEF work for protection of children in respect for their survival, health and well-being. That is the main part of the main function of the work of the UNICEF. Then it assists governments. It assists government to plan, to develop, to extend community based services. Clear? In the field of maternal as well as in the field of child health. Then it provides help to children as well as to mothers. UNICEF also make effort to prevent diseases. Which type of diseases? Like tuberculosis, TB or malaria, eye diseases. So it provide focus on that part also. It provide help to the maternal women also. So for that purpose UNICEF work out. So for the fulfillment of that function, as you know that number of functions performed by the UNICEF in the field of for the development of the child as well as the women as well as maternal. So for the fulfillment of that functions, UNICEF set a number of programs in India. Clear? Now next we will learn about the World Health Organization. So the examiner can ask the full form of WHO. World H health, and O organization. So World Health Organization is the next main agency of the UNO, clear, and it established for special agency for health also. It established on 1948, clear. So that's why the constitution every year the 7th April is celebrated as a World Health Day every year, clear. Now we will learn about the main objective. What is the main objective of the World Health Organization? So the main objective of the WHO is to attainment of the highest possible level of health by all people. So that is the main goal which set by the WHO. For the fulfillment of that goal, number of functions performed by WHO, like it help countries to improve their health system. How? By building up infrastructure, especially manpower, institutions and services for the individual. Next, it promote researches. Which type of researches they promote? It promote researches to cure and prevent diseases, clear. For example, it arranges for the investigation of cancer and heart diseases in laboratories. Then it work toward providing safe drinking water, that is a adequate water disposal. So that is the main part of the WHO. It aim is to fighting against the diseases and to prevent them for spreading, like malaria. Eradication program continue to be world's best health programs, clear. So number of functions performed by the WHO for the betterment of the health of all people. So that is the main goal which set by the WHO. For the fulfillment of that aim, number of functions performed. So try to learn it. Next organization, next agency which is set by the organization, that is United Nations. The name of that agency is UNESCO. So the full form they can ask: UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. That is a full form of UNESCO, clear. The main objective of UNESCO. What is the main objective? The main objective of the this agency, the UNESCO, is to contribute to peace and the security of the world. That is the main part of the UNESCO, to maintain peace, clear. For the purpose of that, to maintain peace, world number of program was organized by the UNESCO through education, science and culture and communication, clear. So number of functions in the field of education was done by the UNESCO, like under the education. The largest sector of UNESCO activity in the field of education, first is to removal of illiteracy. That is the main work done by the UNESCO for the removal of illiteracy by encouraging adult education. How to remove illiteracy? By encouraging adult education, by giving distance education, by giving open school system. So number of functions performed by the UNESCO to eradicate illiteracy. Then emphasis on education and education of women and girls. So it emphasis on women education and girls function. Next, organization of books and festival at international and national level. So national fairs related to book also organized by the UNESCO. Encouragement of science education by providing regional training center. So number of functions performed by the UNESCO in this part also to fulfillment of their aim. That is main aim is to eradicate, to provide international peace, or to contribute peace and security and the world by fostering cooperation among nations through education. How to cooperate through education, through science and through cultural development, clear. So number of agencies, 3 agencies discussed by me in this video. The one is UNESCO, another one is WHO and the third one is UNESCO, UNICEF and WHO, clear. So try to learn the full form as well as functions, which functions performed by these three agencies. Thank you.